When was the last time you exfoliated? Yeah, didn't think so. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Destiny, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to the family. This week I'm back with another waxing related video. I know it's been a few months, but today's video is really important, and I feel like I wanted to make a full-on dedicated video to it. So today's video is going to be all in depth about exfoliating, the different types, and the kinds that I recommend as a licensed wax specialist. So if you want to figure out some more things about exfoliation and which method is right for you, keep on watching this video and let's just get right on into it. So before we get started, full disclosure, I have some bullet points on my phone just to make sure that this video doesn't get a little long, to make sure that I'm hitting all the right points, because I tend to ramble a little bit when I get passionate about things. So with that being said, let's start. So first of all, what is exfoliation? Exfoliation in layman's terms is basically removing dead skin cells off of the surface of the skin. And you can do that many ways. There's two types of exfoliation that you can do. You can do physical exfoliation or chemical exfoliation. Both work very well. It just depends on your skin type and what method works for you. And unfortunately, you won't know which one works for you until you try it. So I have some products here that I use myself at home. This video is not sponsored whatsoever. These are products that I have in my house and use them. So first off, physical exfoliations include scrubs, loofahs and gloves, dry brushing, or organic homemade scrubs. And by organic homemade scrubs, I mean like making your own exfoliation scrub with sugar or cane sugar and other ingredients like essential oils and stuff like that. A lot of people do that at home and it works for them. I have not found a recipe that I like myself. Every time I add an essential oil to sugar, it ends up just being too thick in my opinion, and it feels like it leaves a little bit too much oil on my skin. So I'm still in the process of figuring out the perfect homemade recipe for me, so I can't recommend a specific one to you guys just yet, but some physical exfoliations that you can get in store, I got you babies. Cheers! The motherfucking tea! So first off, I spoke about the scrub. So scrubs can be anything like this. This is a scrub I got at Marshall's, if I'm being honest, and this is from the brand Body Prescriptions. This is a little bit on the thicker side. It's more of a harsher exfoliation scrub, so I tend to only use this on my legs, and it does leave my skin feeling moisturized after because it does have oils in it. I'll cut to some clips of me actually showing you the texture of this scrub itself. I've used this. I tend to not use this as much as the other ones I'm going to talk about, but this is a great exfoliation scrub for those of you who have
normal to dry or even rough skin. This is one of the basic exfoliators that are a little bit on the harsher side.
Another physical exfoliator is this scrub that I use. During the summer, I get breakouts on my arms, my back, my behind, my legs.
Ew! What an interesting artifact.
I get sweaty, and if I don't exfoliate, I get those little bumps. So this thing, girl, this scrub saved me, especially in the summertime. This is the KP Bump Body Scrub from First Aid Beauty. So good. It is a little bit on the pricier side, but it works. It does the job, and it smells so good. Once again, I'm gonna cut to some clips showing the texture of this scrub and seeing how it works on the skin, but this is literally my favorite. For regular all over body scrubs, I tried and true my Fur Silk body scrub. This I started using within the past few months, and it's honestly become my favorite exfoliation scrub that I use in the shower. It's gentle enough to be used every day, but it's good enough to use about 2 to 3 times a week and see results. And it also smells really beautiful. Talking about that, this packaging is amazing. All I have to do is like unscrew it and screw it back on and it comes out. I don't have to worry about tops or things spilling out. It's really convenient and it's so pretty. It looks so nice in the bathroom. So this is my favorite scrub out of all the ones I'm speaking about today. You can use this on your skin right in the shower, or you can use this as a mask. You can leave it on for 10 minutes and it's also going to give you that chemical exfoliation. So this is something that I definitely would recommend if you're on the fence about both of them. This is gentle enough for people with sensitive skin, but also works well enough for those of you who are on the more normal to rough skin type. And these are all the physical exfoliation scrubs that I have in my own home. But these are the 3 that I usually rotate depending on what my skin needs for that week. Getting to the loofahs, stuff like that, I'll show you some pictures on the side because I do not have an actual loofah with me now, but I've spoken about loofahs in some of my previous waxing videos as well. Loofah is great. You just want to make sure that you are switching it out more often because it does harbor lots of bacteria if you're using it consistently. So that's the only downside to using a loofah in my opinion, and it might be a little bit too harsh on the skin, you know, if you're like rubbing really hard, but it works for some people. So if you want to try that, they're honestly, you can find loofahs anywhere. I've seen them in 99-cent stores even. So if that's something you want to try before you invest in a big scrub like this, by all means try that first and see if it works for you. Just take it from me and make sure you're switching it out every few weeks so you do not get any type of ingrown hairs or infection because of the bacteria infested loofah, which is a no-go. I do not like loofahs, but I do have this little finger scrub that I actually got from Fur, and this is so good. It has one side that is soft and one side that's a little bit more, I can't find the specific word I'm looking for, but it's more rough. If I zoom in, you guys can see the texture of it. It's really, really jagged. And it sounds like it scratches. I don't know. It's scratchy. Guys, help me out with the word I'm looking for here. But either way, I love this thing. It's great for exfoliating my underarms. I wax my underarms all the time. I do not like shaving them. And this is the one product that I love using in the shower because I can use it every single day and it's not going to irritate my skin. Yet it's going to make sure that I'm exfoliated enough that I do not get ingrown hairs. Getting ingrown hairs in your armpit, love, is not the vibe.
It's not the vibe. Stop! My God.
And I want to prevent you from doing that. So if you do not want to get a loofah, try investing in something small like this. If you want to be a little bit more careful on your intimate areas as well, this is what I also use. So on your intimate areas and your underarms, this is such a great little tool to have if you don't want to have a big ass loofah, period. So I use this and a washcloth. I do not use a loofah like I said earlier. I use a washcloth and then I use that with my physical scrubs. So there's not really a necessity for a loofah there. But this is definitely something I would recommend to you guys if you want a little tool for exfoliating your waxed areas. And I also am a Fur Pro affiliate, so I'm going to be leaving a link in the description box below that you can use for some money off of these Fur products if you want them. Fur is an incredible brand, and all of the products that I've used from them I have fallen in love with, so definitely check them out if you want to try their exfoliators. Speaking about loofahs, I did say gloves as well, so that can be a glove that fits over your hand, that can be a glove that just has little bristles on the edges of it. It looks like those gloves that you can pet cats with and take the cat hair off. It's basically that, but for exfoliating in the shower. They have those as well. So if you look it up, you'll find some different ones. But when I was working at Sugared and Bronze, when I used to sugar there, we had an exfoliating glove that fit over your hand and it was brown. And all you had to do was rub it on your skin and you can literally see the dead skin cells coming off. So if you are a person that is more into a physical exfoliant like a glove, I definitely would try that out. I believe they have them on Amazon. I've linked them in some previous videos as well, but I'll put that in the description box below for you guys, just in case you're interested in those specific gloves. Next up is chemical exfoliators. And unfortunately, I do not have many of them in my home right now, but this can come in the form of serums or pumps. When I used to work at a European wax center, we used to have the chemical exfoliation serums that you can actually pump out like a serum for your face. So if you want to try that, that's also a option. It just has lots of more acids. So if you're a person with sensitive skin, make sure that you're reading the ingredients and you're test patching. Literally test patch with anything, even if it is just a regular physical exfoliant like these. They can also come in exfoliation pads like this. I'll cut to a little clip of me showing you these up close so you see what they look like. A lot of people like using pads instead, you know, doing it before getting into the shower or right after getting into the shower. It all really depends on what you feel will work into your skin routine better, because you know, it's easy to switch up your routine and add a lot of different things. The harder part is actually keeping up with it and making it reality for you instead of it just being a 1 or 2 time thing a month, you know. So make sure that you're picking an exfoliation remedy that actually works within your schedule. So if you're a busy girl like me, you're probably going to want to just use a physical exfoliant in the shower every 2 to 3 days. And these pads also do help lighten dark spots and are biodegradable, so I love that about these pads as well. Any type of exfoliants here or in general that I'm talking about are gonna help you prevent ingrown hairs. Ingrown hairs usually happen from lack of exfoliation, if I'm being honest with you, and that is the #1 thing that people tend to fall back on when it comes to, especially in the waxing industry. So if I have a client come in and they have lots of ingrowns, the first question I ask them is, how often do you exfoliate? And if you're a person that gets sugared or waxed often, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's usually the first question that your wax specialist will ask you, or your esthetician, right? So if you want to get on the right track, make sure that your exfoliation is top notch, and you'll thank me for it. And all this to say, if you want to try out a different form of exfoliation, think of the kind of skin that you have. If you have a sensitive skin, I'm gonna recommend you go on the physical exfoliation route and go with a scrub that has tiny little pumice stones inside instead of the ones that are really thick and harsh on the skin, because it might end up making you irritated. And if you have some skin that's more normal to rough, you can try out a chemical exfoliant or even a harsher physical exfoliant. So literally, you will not know which one works for you until you try them all. But if I'm going to tell you to get anything, definitely look into getting this silk scrub from Fur, because in all honesty, this product is everything that I spoke about in one. Backtracking a little bit, I totally spoke over the dry brushing before going into chemical exfoliants. So dry brushing is one of the oldest forms of exfoliation. I have not tried it myself, but I know some people that have tried it and have really great results from it. I think it also helps cleanse the lymphatic system. So if you are a person that has a little bit more time to dedicate to your self-care routine and your exfoliation routine, I definitely would try dry brushing. It literally is just brushing your skin dry. I'm not sure if you have to put oils on it. I'll put some screenshots here so you guys can see a little bit more about the history of dry brushing. And that is basically it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, got some insight about it. I hope you guys took some notes and have a better idea of what form of exfoliation will work for you. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, feel free to leave them in the comments below. But that is the end of today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. It definitely helps me out to continue to bring content to you guys every single Tuesday. And this week's subscriber shout out will be in the next slide. I love you guys so much.